Hello everyone, welcome to another episode on the How to Get an Internship series from InternMakers. I'm Alejandro Davila, and in this video I want to share with you the secret recipe for how to get an internship. So I want to tell you about where to look for internships and how to track applications that you can later use to prepare for interviews. One very common question that Mariana and I get comes from freshmen and sophomore students. They basically ask us like, how can they get internships if most companies are only interested in juniors or seniors? And this is very, very true. So I don't know if this has happened to you, but it definitely happened to me. I went to a career fair when I was a freshman, and I went to talk to all of these companies, and the response was usually like, "Oh, you're a freshman, you have no experience, come back in 2 years." So that was very discouraging. But I want to tell you that there are actually internships focused only for freshmen and sophomores. So if you didn't know that, well, perfect. We're gonna post the links below, or at least the list of these specific internships. Now, if you're a junior or a senior, let me tell you, there are so many opportunities out there. And I want to share with you all the different places where you can look for these internships, okay? So if you're looking for a public company, then you should take a look at the Fortune's 500 list. This list basically has 500 companies that are doing very, very well, and they're all public. If you want to look for private companies, you can look at the unicorns list. So this list has all the private companies that are valued at least $1 billion. So these are all very big companies, very amazing companies. If you want to look at startups, you can go to the website AngelList.com, and this website can give you information about startups, and it can give you information about open positions to work at startups or internships, things like that, just in case you're interested in that. And if you're interested in something more local, you don't want to go far away, you can always look at Google My Business or Google Maps. So you can find smaller businesses or places where you can get a lot of experience and are not far away from you. It's also great. I mean, if you can volunteer, you can go to one of these smaller businesses. Many of them may not afford to get an intern, but if you go and you tell them hey, can I volunteer? I don't know, 2 hours of every day, or 2 hours, 10 hours a week, something like that. I'm sure that we'll be more than happy to have you in, and you can actually work and get the really good experience. Now that you know where to look for internships, what are you gonna do? How are you going to track all of these applications? What are you gonna do about them? So this framework is something that I developed with some time after applying to so many internships. You basically want to track everything about the application and everything about this position that you're applying to, right? So you want to know the company, the position that you're applying to, what are the preferred or required skills for that specific position? Was the application deadline? The URL of the application, that's also very helpful to just have it there handy. A contact. So if you know someone from the company, it's very important to have their contact information there. Or if you know a recruiter, or if you already applied and a recruiter got back to you, then definitely save that contact information in there, just in case you might need it later, right? Also, what's the status of the application? So if you already applied, if you're thinking of applying, if you got the offer, or if you were rejected, or if you're on the phone screen stage or on site. So all of these things, it's important to track, just so that you know in which stage you're on. Also, it's important to have the actual date when you applied. So if you want to know how long it took you to get an offer from a specific company, then just track the date when you applied. One last thing, just a column for comments. So let's say you did very, very well in one specific interview or one specific question. You can write that down. Oh, I noticed that the interviewer really liked my answer to this question. Or, oh, I noticed they didn't like when I said this. Or this specific technical question was very tough. Or I should follow up about this application in 2 weeks. Things like that. Yeah, this is basically a framework. It should, in the end of everything, it should look like this. And I really hope that you find it useful. It definitely helped me, and I hope it helps you. There's a little tip I want to give you. So this is a phrase that you probably have heard before, but it's don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Don't apply to the same 5 companies that everyone is applying to. I'm not telling you not to apply, I'm telling you apply to many more. So In this video, I gave you all the resources and all the places where you can look for different applications, different internships. So try to use those. And I'm telling you this because I know people that like only apply to like 2 or 3 internships, and in the end, like they didn't get an offer, and they spent their whole summer just like doing nothing. So you don't want to be in that position. And if you can get an internship, even if it's at a smaller company, even if it's in a different industry, even if it's non-paid, it's okay. Like it's worth it. It's worth the experience. And we know from research that the companies look for interns that, or like full-time employees that have internship experience, right? So it's gonna be really hard to get into these top companies if you don't have internship experience. Like I have also met people that they got their internship at a smaller company, and then they love the company and they just stay there because like it was just amazing. And honestly, like smaller companies often offer like the best opportunities to grow like technically and in the company. So I mean, who knows? Maybe like that will happen to you. So yeah, don't put all of your eggs in one basket. Definitely apply to many companies, many internships. Of course, try to focus on companies that you are interested in or positions that you're interested in. Don't apply just to apply. And yeah, this is it for today, for this video. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed these resources. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram, and have a great day. I'll see you later.